Hello again, welcome back. You will be pleased to see that the camels are officially detained. They have been contained, they are no longer breaching containment, they are secure. Oh, up we go. I've been AFK for a little while and none of them have escaped, so I think we have succeeded. Today we're going to do it. We're going to build the iron farm. After much contemplation, I have decided that I am going to put it in the cave system so that it's active when I'm AFK. I have noticed that when I leave my farms to grow, if I stand back there, it doesn't hit all of the farmland. It kind of misses some of the carrots and the potatoes and things. So I think it's better to just play it safe and hide it away in the cave somewhere. I've just got to be careful that I don't put it anywhere near my villager farmer, which is under the ground. I don't know how much that'll interfere with the spawn rates, but I'm assuming so. I'm assuming the more things you have, the more they're going to interfere, so I think we need to try and keep it a little bit distant. Oh, yeah, there's another visual glitch. There it goes. So I was thinking somewhere. Does it keep doing it every time I step back? Yes, it does. Okay, there's the outside world. A lovely window. Got some funky things going on. Never mind. It's only that wall that does it. But I was thinking that I can put the farm back off here and keep going that way, because I know there's not much back there. But the farm for the villagers it's not far down there. It's, I don't know, maybe I'm really bad at gauging the distance, maybe like somewhere between 60 and 100 blocks, so I don't know how much that's going to impact it. So the other option is to do a bit of a diagonal and maybe come out here. So my AFK spot is around there somewhere, so if I go this way, I'm going back towards it, so that should be okay. And I've got plenty of space back here, I think. I might just dig a line and see what we get. Well, I've hit dirt. No, it's just a dirt patch. I wondered if it was going to take me to the outside if I'd somehow gone all the way through. But no, apparently not. Even so, that's a pretty long tunnel. That's a pretty long space I've got to work with. So I think we've got plenty of space back here. Okay, that settles that then. I'll put it here. It'll be a little bit further away from my villager farm. But yeah, dig out this space and put the iron farm in here. I don't know how much room it's going to need, so I might just make it really big, and then I can just put storage around the outside. Maybe have to close it off with glass or something like that, if it'll interfere with how the iron golems spawn, but yeah, no, this should be okay. Should also be quite easy to get a villager in here, because I can either tunnel from the villager farm, or I can just walk somebody through. I might actually do that first. I might get 2 villagers through, and then I can start getting more villagers here, so I don't have to keep moving them through from the villager farm. Yeah, okay, I'll do that first. Make a little place to hide them. Okay, little hole. I'll put some beds in there and get some villagers through, and I've just blocked that up so they don't go down the long corridor. And there we go, plenty of beds. I'll block them in with this, and I've got a cartography table to try and lure somebody away. Not at all creepy. I mean, I could use rails, but I've got so many, like, steps and half slabs and stuff here that it's just going to be a pain in the butt. I think I'll just try and walk them, because I can block them in with dirt as I go. Oh, and it's night as well, which is good, because I can use a bed. Where is it? It's about here, isn't it? There it is. Do I have a rail to put these guys in just to get them out of here? I do. Come on, wake it. Fine, fine. We'll all go to bed. Come on. Thank you. Can I get another one in here? Excellent. Where's the switch? It's lost in the villagers. There we go. Sorry, dude, you've just got to stay here. If I do that, can I get him out? Excellent. Right. I can wander around here just fine, but I need to block them off from going this way. Probably need to block it off at the end as well, just in case. Okay. Come on. Come on. Oh, you can do that. Fine, we'll use this barrel. Anything in here? No. Right then, go on. You're not going to, are you? You're just going to turn into the fisherman on another barrel. Right, okay. This is the problem with barrels. I know, I agree. Maybe I am just going to have to rail cart you. Where's the other guy in here? There he is, he's in the corner. That's fine. You enjoy your corner. Perfect. Where's he gone? How is he up there? Oh my gosh. Excuse me, sir. Can I offer you some bread? Get the bread. Actually, I can offer you a bed. That's even better. Come here. Come on, big step. We go up the stairs. And now I will just block him out. There you go. Off you go. Check he goes all the way. Oh, he seemed to like that bit. There we go. Contained. And now I need to do it with the other one. And we begin again. The bed adventures. See you soon. Come on. Go in. Go in. There we go. Oh, I've gone to bed. Not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Have a load of carrots. I love how they just slide around. Now I need to clear up. I'm just going to block them in. Now I need to clear up all this, because I don't need this anymore, and I don't want this anymore. What an ordeal. Hooray! I already have a new one. Yes, you! Hi. Can't zoom in on you. Go get them some more bread, because I didn't give them a huge amount. Incoming. More bread than you'll ever know what to do with. And I will just very quickly mark out where that boundary is. So where are you? You're that. And then one along. So I want to be here, I think. Yep, okay. I've got some clearance. So that is as far as I can go this way before I hit the villager farm. And it's good having these guys here because when I want to put villagers out in the mining area over here, that should actually be very easy to do because I can just let them out. Block this bit off, let them out, guide them that way with some beds. Simple. I don't have to ferry them all from that one at the front. Are you about to get a sibling? Yes, you are. Hi. Alright, now I need to do some research onto what kind of farm I want to build and dig out this gap. Oh my god, I went for lunch. I just went for lunch. Why is there so many of you? Hi. Well, this is handy anyway. I'm not complaining, I'm just surprised. Okay, dig the hole. Set up some shulkers to store everything away because this is going to make a mess. You are noisy. I think I'm going to aim to clear as much of this as possible. I think it needs to be quite deep as well. I still haven't decided on which farm I'm going to do just yet, but I still think it needs to be big regardless, so diggy diggy. Okay, so I've dug my big hole, and it's not big enough. Now, I've been looking at iron farm designs, and there's kind of two staples. You have the big one, with the cross and the collection system in the middle, or you can have them as standalone little collection areas with the iron farm above it. So the iron golem spawns up here and then drops down, rather than funneling into a central area. Now, as you can see, if this is the central area, this space is nothing like big enough to put a full 4-point cross type farm in here. So what I was thinking instead is that I just need to make this room slightly bigger, probably push that way a little bit and that way a little bit, maybe 5 blocks each side, and then move this way a little bit, get rid of this staircase, I don't need it, and do the standalone pod design, so I can have one in each corner. Now I do need to just double check the distances required. The basics of an iron farm is that you have villagers around a zombie, and when the villagers see the zombie they go, ah, a zombie, and they try to spawn an iron golem. And they do a little check with their AI to see if there's an iron golem around. And if there's one within a certain distance, they won't spawn another one. This is why people have the big collection system in the middle, because if your iron golems spawn here and then water takes them all the way to this middle point, by the time the villager runs the check again to see if there's an iron golem or if they need to spawn a new one, the iron golem is out of distance, so they spawn a new one. Now I need to just check what that distance is. I saw some places saying it was 15, some places saying 16, and some places saying 30. I think 16 is probably about right. So if each of these little pods is 16 blocks apart, then the villagers shouldn't be checking on each other's iron golems and lowering the spawn rates. That's my thinking. I don't actually know that. That's just an educated guess based off what I do know, which isn't a lot. So I'm thinking to do these kind of individual pod style builds, which are good, particularly for starter builds. They're really good because they're very contained. They sit within like an 11 by 11 block kind of square, and then you just adjust the height for whatever you want or need. And they can be very easy to decorate and hide away, but they only produce about 300 iron an hour, which actually isn't a lot. It's fine for early game, but if you need lots of lanterns and rails and chains and anvils, that's not a lot at all. You'd have to do a lot of AFK. So I'm thinking if I've got 4 of them, kind of all working independently, then that should obviously give me about 1200 an hour, which is significantly better. The only issue with doing it in this system, in this setup, is that you don't have a central collection area, which means that making a collection area for each one is a little bit more expensive than making a collection area for the whole thing, but it saves a lot of space. So hopefully this will work. It might not. I might be about to spend an awful lot of time and effort on nothing. But this is part of how we learn. First of all, I'm going to make one pod just to test it out. Well, first of all, I'm going to dig out these walls a bit more. Once I've done that, I'm probably going to make this pod here, because even if this system doesn't work, I can at least make another cross. Maybe not have the one here, just make like a three system. You know what I'm trying to say, that collects into a central chamber. If this design doesn't work, I don't have to take it all down and move the villagers out, I can just adapt it. I also will have to move the villagers, because I think those villagers could quite easily affect the spawn rates here. So I'll build this one first. If it works, I'll time-lapse the others, because it'll just be the same thing over and over again. The design that I'm going with is the 1.20 iron farm by Wattles, so I'll link that again in the description, as I always do. I have plenty of building blocks to work with since I mined all this out. So for now, I'm just going to stick with everything being stone and stone bricks. Not sure what that was. You know what? I'm going to take this whole thing off. Laid out that wall, redid the stairs. Oh, there's a cat. Oh, there's 2 cats. I don't think I have fish in my ender chest anymore because I don't need the cats. I'll just go see if I've got any. No, no fish. No. We're up to 3 cats now. I might have to go get some fish. And of course they've despawned. Oh, they're very good at hide and seek. There we go. Room expanded. I need to go fix my pickaxe again. That'll do. So now we have the space to work with. I've just double checked and it seems to be 16 blocks is the radius for villagers checking the presence of an iron golem. So if there are 16 blocks between each farm, so not 16 blocks from middle to middle, but outer edge to outer edge, it should be fine. This is roughly how big it is. It maybe comes out to about here. So let's go with that. 5, 6, and then whatever that is. So yes, I feel like it should fit, just might be a bit snug, but it should fit, and I think it definitely will fit that way. I think it's a bit longer in this direction. Now when the villagers are doing their own checks, because they're up in a pod up here, they also check 16 blocks down, so I need to dig down for the collection areas. I don't need to dig down for the whole floor, that's a bit much, but I will sink the collection areas a little bit, just so that it gets the maximum kind of spawn rates, hopefully, if I'm understanding this correctly. And once I'm done setting these up, I will of course be decorating this room. I am not going to leave it as a great big block. I'll just have to make sure it's very spawn-proofed. Which should be easy, because I've got a bajillion carpets. We have some new kitty cats. I think I've got a lot of the white one, but I think I've only got one of the Siamese one. Come here. Come on. Ta-da! Kitty cats. Thank you. Wonder how many cats I'll get out of this before the end. So I'm probably pretty much going to build it at ground level, which means I need to at least define where the collection area is going to go. Okay, I'll double check the tutorial again, but I think that was basically the sizes that we need. I might just go against the walls and have it be 17 between, just because then I have a middle. I might mark out where this next lot is going to go. I've marked the middle here, so it needs to be at least 16, but I'll probably make it 17 again. So the other farms need to be here. Can I actually get 3 lots in? Mark this one as the middle of the middle. I can get 3 in. I can get 3 in lengthways. Okay, so I'm doing 6. That's going to get me a lot more iron. 6 collection areas. I think what I'll do first, I'll build one of these 2, probably this one. Then I'll build the opposite side. Then I think I'll maybe build 1 here, but then I'll leave it. I'll maybe call it for that for this one episode to do just these front 2 and then 1 of these. And then if this one is producing less than this one, then I know that that one is too close. So So I can either just take it down or move it all along. So that's my thinking at the moment. And for some reason, I am now getting mushrooms all over my cave. There's one over there as well. Still don't have zoom. So this is unintentionally becoming the Mushroom Kingdom. Okay, I have dug that down to 18. So that is now an 18 block drop. There will be hoppers and a collection area at the bottom, so it will probably be more like a 15 block drop. And because it's going to drop from up on here, I feel like that's probably enough because the villages are a block high. So it should be 16 by the time it's done. As a minimum, it might even be a bit more. Okay, time to start building something, I guess. I'm following the tutorial now, by the way. I'm adapting the tutorial to fit what I'm doing here. Okay, that I think is the basics of what you need. I'm going to move this staircase so that I can walk the zombie in. I'm going to put the zombie in first and then block him up. Oh, I'm so sorry. You have spawned yourself into an unfortunate place. I think I might just knock out a lot of the torches here. Oops, more screenshot. What are we over here? 0. Excellent. Might run a line of dirt across so that the zombies can spawn in quite merrily, but they can't get out. So a skeleton has spawned on the dirt, which is good to know. What was that noise? Did it just shoot a cat? There appears to be no sign of a zombie yet, but at least stuff is spawning back there. What happened to you? We have a zombie! Okay, I need to get rid of the other things. Thank you. There we are. A zombie is in place, and he's got a little trapdoor so he can't get out and the villagers can't fall onto him. That should be that. Now I need to move some villagers up. Oops, I now have a lot of free roaming villagers because they escaped. Terrific. I'm hoping they'll come back in at bedtime, but for you, actually I'll block these guys in as well. You, Mr. Farmer, come with. Ah, good, we've already got some down here. Terrific. Who's becoming the farmer? Is it you? Now, they can't see the zombie yet because I haven't moved this glass. I'm also wondering now if I need to move the composters again, if that's going to be too much for their line of sight. Okay, so they're still farmers. They can access their thingy. They can sleep. That should be everything they need. It looks like they're going to bed. Or maybe not. There's still plenty in there. Don't think there's anybody down here. And then back out. That should be that for the collection area. I'm here at the bottom of my collection area. I have dug a tunnel that way, which should be towards the back of the cave, so I can attach the other systems up. And this one goes to the other side of the cave. And I've just got a stupid stairway out. I will correct all of that in time. I think this is going to be a much bigger job than I thought it was going to be, and I'm bungling it, because of course I am. So this is going to be a bit of a repair job later. Oh, there we go. Obviously he can't go anywhere because I've not removed this. Sorry, dude. But that at least works. Now they should do a check every 10 seconds or so. So if we stand back and watch again, will another one come in? Yes, but he's on the floor. That's okay. Just need to spawn-proof the floor. So I need to basically spawn-proof the entire floor, which is fine because I've got a million carpets. Where did I put them? There we are. I really hope golems can't spawn on carpets. When I come to do this properly, I might put patterns in it, because I think that'd be nice. Okay, so I've been stood here for a while, and it seems to be working. Very occasionally, a golem will hit this edge, but it inevitably falls in, because I think it's trying to get to the zombie. I don't know if taking that glass out would help them pathfind to the zombie better, but I don't want to risk them being able to hit the zombie either. But generally, it seems to be working. I've not seen any real trouble with it. You've just got to make sure the area around it is spawn-proofed. I mean, this is meant to be built on a plains. It's not meant to be built in a cave. Obviously, the golems could be spawning in caves behind the walls, so you've got to be careful with it. But by and large, it seems to be working. I probably just have to swing by and check on it every now and again. It seems good. It's been running for maybe 10 or 20 minutes, I think, and it's doing really well. So it maybe does produce more than 300 an hour. Oh, jeez. Wow, okay. So yeah, it maybe does produce more than 300-ish an hour, but even so, the more the merrier. I'll just have to expand the storage system. Now I will say, just in case some of you had already cottoned onto this and were panicking that I hadn't, I have started to put in the decoration here to put in like a central walkway that's half slabs so stuff can't spawn on it, and then connecting to where the other farms were going to go. I didn't realise how close they were going to be in this middle one, because obviously these farmers are going to overlap into this farm and vice versa, so I'm not going to put the middle ones in. It's a bit unnecessary. I think 6 farms is just going to be too much for what I need, so I'm just going to put the ones in the corners and leave this gap in the middle to just be decorative. We don't need to fill it full of more farms. So if that was something you had thought of and were worried that I had not, I have now. I've caught up. This distance I think will be fine, but that bit there, just too short. Now that I've actually got it built and I can see how much they overlap, it's just too short. It'll probably just slow each other down more than do anything beneficial. Now that I know what I'm doing, I will just time-lapse these other 4, get them running, and yeah, should have a good solid iron farm that'll last us basically forever. I'll have to figure out something to do with connecting the storage systems up, or at least making it easier to get down here to empty the chests, because these are going to fill up really quickly, I think. I don't want this to become a problem. Okay, again, a little worrying. Okay, so that is 4 little iron farms running. They all appear to be running correctly. I've done my best to spawn-proof the caving areas that were back there, so we should be safe, more or less. Obviously, I'll work out the hiccups as we go, but it is beginning to kind of fill up. This one's doing really well. This is the first one, and then back here we've got the 2 newest ones. This one's been active for maybe half an hour. This one's only been active for about 5 or 10 minutes. They are doing stuff. They are ticking over. I think we can safely say that I shall never want for iron. I haven't had a chance to do any decorating yet. It's been an incredibly long job just getting to this point. I don't think building these is particularly difficult. It actually only takes about 20 minutes to build each pod. It's just because I've built them in caves. Having to go in and spawn-proof everything and spawn-proof the surrounding tunnels and stuff has not been fun. I think I would have had more trouble if I'd done it out in my farmland bit, because a lot of that is, there's ravines and stuff all underground, and there's all the buildings and stuff around it, so if I'd done it in the town, like I was initially planning, I think it would have been worse. And also massive, because this would have had to have been a building. So I'm glad I did it this way, and it's here now, and we do have 2 villagers in this one pod. I don't want to faff around getting them out, so I don't think it makes any difference to anything. I don't think having extra villages changes anything. It just is maybe a little awkward for them. But as a rough estimate, I would say that I'm getting a golem from each one roughly every 20 seconds. So I get 4 golems every 20 seconds, so what's that? Averaging probably about 12 to maybe 16 iron every 20 seconds. It's going to add up. Sorry. I know some of the really big farms can do way better than that, but I don't need anything like that. This isn't a great big multiplayer server or anything. This is just me. And I do still need to move the villagers over there because they are themselves trying to spawn golems. So I just keep getting them up there. Sometimes all of up there had to be carpeted for now. So until I can move those guys somewhere else, we're just going to have some grey carpet all over. But there's still a few little jobs to do, and obviously the decorating. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye for now.